especially.
and that's
Well,
why
just being able to hit
He
him.
tried justifying the Michael Jordan. My fault.
No, you're
with,
good.
With Michael Jordan playing
Probably.
baseball, he was a two-sport athlete. I said, bro, he barely made it out of AAA.
He didn't make it
What
out
the
of
fuck are
AAA.
you? I was like, I think he might. I think he didn't sit on the bench like 2 games with New York or with Chicago.
I don't think he ever had an MLB debut,
and
though.
that's what I tried saying. I said, bro, what? Colin said that. He's like, bro, he was a two-sport athlete. I'm like, no, he sucked at fucking. He's like, no, bro, he's pretty good at baseball.
He sucked at the beginning. I remember towards the end he was starting to hit doubles
I'm just talking.
I know what you mean.
The MLB, you can't
Right.
be.
Yeah, but he still never
you
made it
can't
to the
be-
majors.
Hey, you can't be an NFL starting tight end and then go play in the G League and be considered a two-sport athlete.
True.
I said, bro, it's either Deion Sanders or fucking Bo Jackson.
But you can be a power forward in college and play tight end in NFL.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's very
That-
true.
that
And
works.
then he tried telling me that if he, this is how bad I know Colin hates LeBron. He said, bro, if LeBron, I said, bro, LeBron could go play tight end for any fucking team right now. He said he's soft. He couldn't play football. I said,
You see these motherfuckers on the field?
bro, Matthews, bro, they're both Matthews, bro. I sat there and thought in my head. I said
LeBron
they're
is
from the same cloth, bro.
LeBron
See,
is bigger
it's
than
the-
anybody on the field.
Yes.
The hatred that those two possess, like Colin and Justin. If they hate somebody, that's it. They're not gonna come to the realization that, bro, LeBron's cold, bro. I'm sorry. I hate him too. I hate his guts. But you can't deny what he's doing.
What's in the cup?
Bro,
Lemon water, bro.
what's up?
So what's in the cup?
Oh, well, I was drinking my warm ginger water over here, and then I filled it up with your water up there because I drank it all, and I didn't bring a bottle of water. So
Understood.
Malcolm's starting Nick Chubb.
I hate fantasy football.
All right, well, we've been rolling, so let's just go ahead and get into this intro. Welcome to another episode of Smack Talk, Leave It on the Court. I am your host, Cerebral. I got both my co-hosts with me today. What's going on, Joe?
What up, dude? What up?
AK, how you doing today, buddy?
That's all I got to live for right now. Go Knicks.
They're 1-1, right?
Hey, start, baby. We started
Hey,
off 1-0, just
look.
like Golden State.
Look.
Did you guys see that meme with it was SpongeBob with his cell phone and it had all the top teams in the NBA that won, and it says New York fans looking at their phone like this, and it says Golden State and then New York Knicks 1-0.
Oh my god.
I thought it was funny.
Hey, look, man, the Bulls are on a secret tank job this year. We're 0-2 in close games. I like it.
Oh, sorry, guys. This is something we were talking about before this, and then so I asked him, "Oh, you know sports so much? Name the Bulls starting 5."
Right now?
He said 3. He said 3,
I
and he
prob-
said, and he's
Did
like,
he mention Cameron Payne because he's been in the starting lineup?
no, actually he didn't. So he was like, oh yeah, and then they got that one guy, that one white dude. I said, yeah, Marketing, and he was like, no, bro, that's not his name. I'm like, oh, it's not. Okay,
Lowry
Lowry
Marketing.
Marketing?
yeah,
I go between Lowry and Lowry all day.
yeah, and that's
Lowry.
what I said. I
Yeah.
said Marketing. I said Laurie Marketing. And he's like,
Lowry.
Mike
Lowry,
Yeah.
mama.
he was like, no, bro, no, that's not his name. I'm like, all right,
Well, that's what 20 Bush Light and the whole chicken will do to you.
a whole chicken
It's a night, boy.
This man ate a whole rotisserie chicken.
Wait, what?
with his bare hands. Didn't get a fork, no nothing, no napkin, not bro.
Not in one sitting, but
that-
by the end of the night.
That's who I argued sports with last night. So if that explains anything to you, and he's a Bears or a Packers fan.
Yeah, you can't trust those cheeseheads.
just dumb.
Okay, so I gotta get my wits together. So we got actually a lot to talk about today. We're gonna talk Week 7 in NFL, World Series matchup, early NBA predictions, what we're excited for, and how everybody's doing in our fantasy league. So we're gonna start off with the NFL. There's actually some pretty good matchups this week. Let's just start with the hometown team, Bears Pats. For those that do not know, Gronkowski is officially ruled out. So now the Patriots are a 1.5 point favorite for this game. It is getting played in Chicago. It is cold here now. There's wind chill. I don't have all that information, but it's cold. It was snowing yesterday in Chicago. What the fuck? It's October. Stop. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you start, Joe. What's your expectations, predictions for this game?
I mean, all of us know the Bears do have a solid defense. That's no question. But I just feel like Bill Belichick's he's not going for that rookie young offense, that undeveloped offense. I don't think the Bears have a shot this week. It's kind of short-lived. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I think they're gonna try to murky up the game with their defense. And their defense definitely
Yeah,
had to
but
bounce back game.
I mean,
It's hard to bet
Tom
against
Brady in the second half.
Yeah,
I will take that over the Bears defense in the second half.
Yeah, it's really,
any day of the week.
It's really hard to go against a Tom Brady, Bill Belichick team. It's hard to.
It is.
Even my fandom is like, I don't know, bro.
I just think that offense is too inexperienced right now. I mean,
Yeah, I mean they're starting to gel. Last week, even though they had a bad loss, it wasn't because of the offense. The defense is talking about exhaustion or whatever the case may be, but
Right.
The offense did their part last week, so that offense is starting to gel. I just don't know if they're ready to handle the wrinkles that the Patriots are going to give them.
no, there's no way.
AK?
Well, I've said it since I watched the first game with the Bears. The defense is a phenomenal first half team. Second half, they come out a little gassed, a little tired. They look a little discombobulated sometimes. Just in the second half, and it's not me being a Bears hater by any means, but the studs of your defense are your interior linemen.
Yeah. And those guys do wear out.
And they're big.
They're big
boys.
boys.
So they get tired no matter the amount of oxygen, whatever the case may be. It's still hard. I mean, we've all been gassed before, and we're not 6'3", 6'4", 260, 280, 300 pounds. That's a lot of motherfucking weight, and that's a lot of
Yes,
just
it
mass.
is.
And yeah. And on top of it, bro, a lot of that's muscle.
Right.
So you have to feed your muscle with oxygen. That's the
Right.
only way you can
Gotta
continue
get
to
that
go.
blood flowing.
So even with Gronk out, I mean, when has Gronk ever played a full season? Tom Brady, this is something he knows is going to happen.
It's
so
just
they
a
prepare
matter
for it.
It's expected.
Yes,
It's not if, it's when.
And luckily it happened when Julian Edelman came back, so at least he's got his other. And you know what? They're developing a very solid run game with Sony Michel.
Hey.
Still sucks. But,
Motherfucker
Insert
tried
eye
to-
roll.
yeah. But
Thought I had any running
they're
backs.
developing that. The defense is very shaky. I mean, we've
Yeah.
seen what they do, and
It's
that's
not as shaky as Tampa Bay, so I think they'll be able to stipend this offense.
Yeah,
You know?
and to be completely honest, the Bears got beat by a second string quarterback.
Hit him with that stat, bro.
Hey,
He's 4-0 against them. I already know.
yeah.
He's 4-0.
Hey,
I
all
know.
I'm saying is,
I knew that before you said it, by the way. In the group
I
chat.
called that last week, did I not? You should have rolled with me.
did.
But and New England and KC, wasn't that another one too?
Yeah, but you also said
Whoa!
it.
What you said about that game is not how that game went,
Hey,
though.
it doesn't matter. Still called the dub.
Yeah, but you also called Houston and Brewers in the World Series.
Well, that's just because I hate the Dodgers and I hate Boston. That's
So
a
how
hatred.
can I? So how can I
But
take you
that's
serious?
you guys know that's a hatred. You guys know that's a hatred
I'm just saying,
pick.
bro. I'm just saying. I was just saying.
And I'm not gonna lie, the Bears
Ain't no
Dolphins
problem.
was
Ain't
a
no problem.
hatred pick too. I'm not gonna lie, but it panned out for me.
Exactly.
But it's just the Bears. You know how I am against you guys.
Yeah, no. Last week, the way that they lost that game in overtime was kind of
Jordan Howard doesn't fumble
disheartening.
on the goal line.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's different.
But you had redemption. You had your kicker inside of his career long. He needed to make that kick.
It's not the kicker's year this year.
In NFL, period. You're absolutely right.
real.
The kickers are missing at an alarming
really
rate.
losing jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Like I think there's been 3 kickers that lost jobs.
Really
I think
this
it's
year.
been more than that. I think it's been more than that, honestly.
And the only reason Mason Crosby didn't get fired is because he's been with that team for so long to where it's like, bro, if we fire you, we might get, there might be some problem,
legit.
But I think with the Bears, with a wounded Khalil Mack, I know they say he's healthy. They probably, let's be honest, they probably shot him up.
No, they didn't say he was healthy. They said he's playing.
You know what I'm saying? And he relies on his speed and power.
Combination, yeah.
And with a weak ankle,
Yeah,
that's hard to do.
That's where your power starts.
So you're weak on that, and then you come in and face a Tom Brady. It's
Yeah, I mean,
that's tough. If they were playing someone like Jacksonville, oh, no big deal.
if they had, I will say this, Brock Osweiler is a little bit more mobile than Tom Brady. Well, everybody's more mobile than Tom Brady. So Brock Osweiler was able to dodge Khalil Mack a little bit because he wasn't at 100%. If Khalil Mack can get in sniffing distance of Tom Brady, all he has to hope is that the flag doesn't get thrown.
Yeah.
He's a high-profile enough defensive player that I don't think that will happen unless he does something heinous with a hit. But you know where Tom Brady's going to be in the pocket.
Yeah, and
Right.
and if that's the thing with, I mean, obviously you want a game plan in the sense of if you're getting killed off the snap, you're going to change the way you're throwing slants.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what is New England known for? Dink and dunk passes. You dink it to throw it to Julian
3 second
Edelman.
pass.
Him.
3 second pass.
Yeah, that's all.
Nickel
So
and dime.
I think with that, and honestly, New England's rolling. They're rolling.
Yep.
They've been rolling.
Yep.
Offensively, at least.
Yeah.
And
Passing offense is starting to become
yeah,
something.
and you know what? If the Bears' offense can continue the last 2 weeks like they have, or well, they had the bye and then the week before that with
Yeah.
Tampa Bay. I mean, we all thought Tampa Bay was a fluke, and they put up some numbers against an all right Miami defense, probably middle of the pack.
They were in striking distance. It's not like they got shellacked, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So
So-
what I'm saying is their offense put up points.
Yeah.
They didn't come out and
Right.
put up 12, 14
Right.
points, you know, and so it might be a little bit closer than we think. You know, I want to hate the Bears and be shitty towards them, but New England's defense is not very good either.
No, it's not.
I've said this since the beginning of the season. The Bears are going to be in most, if not all, of their games. If they win or not is going to be depending on how they gel together. I'm not ready to pick them against New England. Sorry, Bears
I mean,
fans.
I feel like if you're a realistic Chicago Bears fan, they're doing exactly what you want them to do.
I'm
this
excited for next year. I'm really excited for next year and the growth process of all this. More so than I was at the beginning of the season.
You got to get Jordan Howard involved. You have to.
They're intentionally not getting him involved, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I
You
hate it.
got to.
Well, I know why you hate it. It's the only motherfucker on the Bears you root for.
It's the only one he's ever fucking picked.
drafted in my entire life, and this is how they do me. So I don't ever draft the fucking Bears
Going right
player.
back
Who
to
had him
him.
last year?
Me?
And he did great.
8.
He had like 1,200 yards
Fucking
last year.
8.
And like 9 touchdowns.
I remember I'd
I
always
had
pick
Jordan
Brandon
Howard,
Marshall.
Alvin Kamara, and Mark Ingram eating every week. Anyway, so I'm not even going to ask. We're all picking the Patriots in this game, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Joe, I'm also going to let you start with this next matchup. This is near and dear to your heart. I'm going to set it up for you, though. You got Saints versus Ravens. The Ravens have yet to allow a second half touchdown.
Yet.
And Joe, you were telling me that Drew Brees is not very good against the Ravens.
He's never beat him.
He's never beat them.
Only team.
Only team that he's never beat.
If there's a time for him to do it, you would imagine it be this year because he's hitting a lot of milestones that he's never hit before. But
Man, that
this
fucking-
is a damn good Ravens defense.
Very good.
You want to talk about first and second half differences? The Bears need to be what the Ravens are in
Their
the second
offense
half.
is number 8 too, so I mean they're not a bad team.
Joe
They're
Flacco was
rolling.
playing for his job. I'm sorry, I wasn't.
They're rolling,
wasn't
dude.
shocked by that.
They're
So,
rolling.
Go ahead. What do you think?
I mean, you know I'm gonna pick the Saints. I'm not gonna go against them, but
Where they at?
they're in Baltimore.
Oof. Is it snowing? Is it raining? Is it
I
Yes.
all of the
Probably
above?
is.
Sleet and
Probably
snow, tornado, hurricane. They got everything.
mean-
Shots all that shit.
you got some positives to work off of. You got Mark Ingram back. You got Drew Brees rolling, no interceptions, almost 1,700 yards. But it's still you're playing a defense that is not a slouch by any means.
Nope.
It sucks, man. It sucks. But
So, New Orleans?
I'm going New Orleans, yeah.
Okay, what you thinking?
It's tough, man. It's the number one defense against the number one offense. I mean, if you look in past history, and I'd have to pull it up, and I honestly don't know, but
Ravens beat us last year by 1 point.
you know, that's always a show to watch. Number one offense against the number one defense.
It's always fun.
It's a crazy thing because obviously any game you can say can always go either one of two ways. But this game is literally either going to be like a very, very low scoring game because offenses can't get rolling because let's be honest,
Yeah.
the Ravens offense isn't very good. Yeah, they beat the shit out of Tennessee last week and shut them out, but it's Tennessee. You know, I think their 3-2 record is very
Fluky.
Yeah, it's very fluky. So
Tennessee's record.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like New Orleans to win and maybe get Ingram a couple touchdowns.
You're thinking the same way I'm thinking. All right.
But to be completely honest, I don't even know who I want to pick here because their defense is so good.
Baltimore's is, yeah.
But Drew Brees is a monster.
If the Saints aren't leading at halftime, I don't think they stand a chance.
No.
It could be tied, and I don't think they stand a chance.
It's not going to be one of those fourth quarter comebacks.
To be completely honest, I'm gonna look to see what the weather is.
I'm kind of like you right now, AK. I mean, I have Saints players on my fantasy team, so I'm rooting for the Saints. But I really don't know. I've watched a couple Ravens games, especially in the second half, and that defense is stingy.
It's actually not bad. It's,
Pretty fair weather.
Yeah, where's the wind? Oh, it's a little windy. But yeah, you're looking in the low 50s, all sunny all day today, with about 14-mile-an-hour wind. So Drew Brees can still be able to sling that, and I'm gonna go the Saints just because they're rolling, and the Ravens.
The Saints have a lot of weapons, probably more weapons than any team that Baltimore's faced yet this year. Probably the closest would be the Steelers, and even then, the Steelers are going through all their own woes. So I think this is the best offense that the Ravens are going to face. So if they are going to give up a second half touchdown,
It would be
it's going to be now or it's not happening this season probably. I like Michael Thomas to be able to stretch that defense out. They've got the running game. They've got the running back that can catch the ball. They've got all the wide receivers.
You're wrong, buddy. Mark Ingram's going to have like 4 touchdowns today.
Don't do that to me.
Alvin Kamara 0.
Don't do that to me.
Big goose.
Big goose egg.
Michael Thomas, big goose egg.
Yeah, he's gonna throw it to Buddy that he threw to last week.
I got
Smith.
Michael
Meredith.
Thomas in my other ESPN league, so I kind of need him to.
Yeah.
But
Don't do this to me, Joe.
it's going to be interesting just because there are. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be. I think it's probably going to be the game of the week, to be completely honest. Because
Wait, hold on, Joe. Me and you were facing each other this week.
Yeah, no shit. Why do you think I said that?
oh, you guys are facing each other.
Forgot about
Oh, all
that.
right. Hopefully, Alvin Kamara doesn't get any touches.
See, none.
No, actually, I need Joe to lose. Actually, I hope he gets all the touches.
Well, fuck it then. I hope Mark Ingram doesn't even touch the fucking ball then.
It's all right. I'm playing West this week.
AK, you need everybody to lose right now.
No, I don't. I actually don't need Joe to lose. I need Justin, D-Mob, and Chubbs to keep losing in our league. So I need D-Mob to lose, and we all know he
D-Mob's
sucks.
starting to get upset.
I need to hold. I need to
He
hold
is on
my.
a.
I need to
Here,
hold my
speaking of
throw
the
team
devil.
away. I
Speaking
throw
of-
the whole team away. Restart.
thing.
Whole thing.
Yeah. But no, I'm gonna go.
Gotta
With
check your transactions again.
I'm gonna go with the Saints. I'm thinking that Drew Brees is gonna get in the 500 club and then finally beat all 32 teams. Be able to say he beat all 32 teams.
Get in there with Peyton and Brett.
I agree with
Yeah.
you on that. That's why I'm picking it, and I'm not liking this. We're all agreeing right now.
This is gonna be a nice game.
It's actually one of the games that's on our list, so let's just jump around to it. We got
So we're all going Saints.
we're all going Saints.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So let's go to the next game. Bengals and Chiefs. Chiefs coming off of their first loss of the season where the offense scored 40 points, AK. Against the Bengals team, which has been stingy. Marvin Lewis is a good regular season coach most of the time. So they're 4-2
He's
record.
been coaching since we were in like fucking middle school.
16
Ain't
years.
won a single playoff game,
No, it hasn't won.
and yet still has his job.
Must be doing something right.
Blackmail.
Yeah, right.
So they're having a solid season. Andy Dalton has quietly been a very productive quarterback this season. AJ Green has put up solid numbers. The defense is stingy.
Hey, hold up. Tyler Boyd's got better numbers than AJ Green this year.
That's true.
Just want to put that
He's
one.
got 4 more catches, 1 less touchdown, and 50 less yards.
Vontez Burfict is. I don't even know if I want to talk about him. Yeah, he pisses me off. So you got a stingy Bengals defense against what is being touted as one of the best offenses in the league for good reason. It's going to be a fun game regardless because I think the Bengals are able to score and the Chiefs' defense really sucks.
Very bad.
The only reason why they are where they are is because the offense is so prolific.
Their defense is fucking terrible.
So, AK, I'm gonna let you start. You are the Patrick Mahomes
God.
expert in the room. The
Bengals. Bengals, baby. No, honestly, I'm being honest though, because the Chiefs' defense is so terrible, and they're coming up against a team like the Patriots. We've said their defense has been weak all year.
Yeah.
The Jags, their offense sucks to where they can't be on the field long enough. They're finally coming. They're not finally, but they're coming against a team that's got a very well balanced team in the sense of defense and offense. Their defense isn't terrible. I mean, their defense won them a game against Miami, pick six return, and they won the game.
Yeah.
And also when they played the Colts, they won the game. Dude hit them, forced the fumble, and they ran it back for a touchdown. So their defense makes plays when they need to. They're capable of making plays. I don't know. That offense is rolling. Joe Mixon, AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and Andy Dalton isn't looking terrible. He's not He's never been a quarterback to really come out and do anything too crazy in the sense of throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. He's usually good for a couple.
Right.
He's good for
every now and again.
Yeah, he's good for a couple interceptions. But Casey's defense, like you said, is just
ass.
like, I mean, it's like night and day with the offense and defense, and it's bad. I think it's gonna be like 28-24 Bengals.
2024.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals. I know you're going. You can just say it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going with the Chiefs. I mean, they, even though they lost last week, the biggest mistake that I think the Chiefs made as a team was their last score. They scored way too fast. You gave Tom Brady the ball. You gave Tom Brady the ball with 3 minutes left. You scored in 12 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a rookie quarterback mistake.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's Andy Reid too, because you're the play caller.
Yeah, take your time.
You can't trust that defense though. No,
I mean, but you give them a minute 30 to score, maybe change it a little. I understand what you're talking about 100%.
Over 3 minutes.
Yeah,
way too much.
That's no rush.
That's like a whole quarter for Tom Brady. And Bill Belichick was over there.
For real.
Oh, Tom Brady was on the sideline. Let's go.
Yeah, he said I don't know if you heard him, but he said that's too much time.
It is.
That's too much time. Like, shit.
There's certain quarterbacks you do not give
Tom Brady
that much
called
time
it. He said that is too much time.
Yeah, you don't give him too much time. No. Not at all.
So I think they're going to grow from that. They're going to learn from that. I want to see how this team bounces back from a loss. So I am still on the Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs train.
Yeah, I'm hopping back on it.
This play is fucking ridiculous.
Ran it all the way.
Somebody
trucked them, stopped, and then ran.
Somebody is losing their scholarship. They better.
What schools are they, first of all?
Delaware and I don't know who the fuck they're playing against.
Why are they trying to be like Michigan with that's what I'm sitting here looking like, is that Michigan? Why are they playing Speak of the Devil? He says, he's like, damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
No, he looks like that's a weird ass stadium.
He's like, I kicked many of asses around this motherfucker. Think about every play he did there. He's like, yep, I remember after that, right over his head and scored a touchdown. We won the game.
Honestly, the motherfucker look lost.
All right, Joey, who you got?
I'm rolling with the Chiefs. I think that offense will be able to outscore, and the defense is terrible. We know that, but the offense was still able to put up 40 points against the Patriots defense, and Cincinnati doesn't have a much better defense than the Patriots. So I'm going to ride that Pat Mahomes train with Zach and kind of see what happens.
There's room on the train. You're welcome.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati pulls it out, though, either.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised.
So I'm just picking just for the sake of the episode. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati comes out and wins.
Yo, they're fucking playing right now?
Sorry, guys. Sorry. That was my mistake.
Technical difficulties.
I needed that. Philip Rivers threw a touchdown.
All right, so apparently the Titans and Chargers are playing right now.
They're in London.
That's great.
They're in London.
I hate those
honestly, I hate
games.
I hate those games. I hate the start time. It's always random. It's like, God damn it. Sorry, Zach. I'm sorry. Got a little excited.
This is why we have spare shit.
Fantasy football, guys. It's serious. 2-4. I'm trying to make a comeback.
All right, so next matchup. I'm interested to see who comes out on top of this game because I think
you got Corey Davis playing right now, huh?
Yep.
Cool. That's
a catch.
Fucking 0.
Oh no, he didn't have a catch.
Shit.
Yeah, see, these London games will fuck you up, won't they?
Yeah,
All right,
because I didn't want to start Austin Eckler.
gotta set them lineup Saturday night.
I mean, he might be all right. Philip Rivers threw one pass for 75 yards for a touchdown.
It's early.
Uh-oh.
All right, next matchup because we're getting way. This is bad audio.
You're bad audio.
Usually, we got Panthers versus Eagles. AK doesn't think very highly of the Panthers, and I do understand why. But I've had Cam Newton on my fantasy team, and I've seen the numbers he puts up. He's putting the team on his back. And
Defense isn't good this year. They
No, it's
they
not.
let the Giants score 31 points.
Yeah,
31 points
that's
from
the
the
best
Giants.
offensive. That's their best offensive output too.
Yeah.
this year. Yeah,
31 points.
I was very appreciative of it because I needed Sterling Shepard to have a good game. But yeah, no, you're right. The defense is not good. It really has been the Cam Newton show, which, in all honesty,
Christian McCaffrey.
and Christian McCaffrey, yeah, like that's how this team is designed.
They
though.
say they got the number 4 defense, though.
The Panthers?
It doesn't look like it.
Don't matter what it looks like. It's what the numbers say.
Hey, 31 points against the Giants is not good. 31 points
Yeah.
against a team that didn't. That was Eli's. That was the. That was the longest play we had of the year was against the fucking Panthers. That okey doke play with Odell throwing
Or
Saquon
throwing
the
a
pass.
touch- Yeah, it
The
was.
offense
Yeah.
is atrocious.
The Giants or the Panthers?
Panthers.
Panthers. Yeah. It's literally just been Cam Newton.
They have no
willing.
wide receivers.
Yeah.
Devin Funches is,
McCaffrey still yet to get a rushing touchdown.
and
They're
that's
not worried about that though. They're going to get him the
He's
ball.
only got one receiving touchdown though, too. On the flip side, so
You know why? Because Cam Newton is
takes
selfish.
there hasn't been a double-digit rushing touchdown leader since Cam Newton's been drafted by the Carolina Panthers.
Because they get close and he says, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself."
Hey, and it works for the most part, but so what
man.
I'm
I
hearing
feel like
now
that
is
one's
from
a
you
toss-up.
is you're taking Carolina.
Actually, I don't know if I'm taking Carolina. I think that this is going to be a big game to dictate the rest of both team seasons. I think the winner of this game is going to go on and make the playoffs, and the loser won't.
I don't think Carolina has what it takes to make the playoffs in that South Division.
They've held their own against the teams they've played against so far. So, yeah, I can see why you say that.
31
Looking
points with the Giants.
they won that game.
I know, but they barely won the game. They scored with like a minute
It's like
left.
you said with the Chiefs Patriots. They doesn't matter. They won.
True, but you're letting the 1-4 Giants score 31 points on you.
Any given Sunday, though, as well.
Very true, but the Giants suck.
They do.
And the Giants suck. God damn it.
You put all your Giants gear in hibernation already.
Already.
You don't own any.
Because they suck all the fucking time. God damn it. Shame. No, I think it's a big game for Carson Wentz because people kind of were questioning
I
him.
agree with
But if
that.
you look at his numbers from last year, he's actually better than he was last year at this point through the season. It's just, I mean, he was coming back, knocked some rust off. The offense, they lost Jay Ajayi too. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Jay Ajayi by any means, but he does add some kind of dynamic skill to that backfield.
They've had running back issues, health
Yeah,
issues
Corey
all
Clement was
season.
hurt with that quad injury for a while, so then all they had was Wendell Smallwood, and everybody thought they were going to try to make a trade for Shady.
And the Bills said, "Fuck."
And the
you.
Bills said no, it's not going to happen. And then they were talking about
Should have went after Carlos Hyde.
there was somebody
Now
else
that you know he was available, yeah.
Or
Oh,
Le'Veon.
Le'Veon. That's exactly who it was. And you know, so I don't think Pittsburgh was really trying to trade him. I think that was just some hoopla bullshit that was going on. But Philly's defense was not looking good in the beginning of the season. I mean, the last couple of games they've played good to get them through.
They're
the
right in the
shit.
middle of the pack.
Yeah, they got him to get him through those games. But I think Carson Wentz, the more he plays, the better he's going to still continue.
Yeah.
He's a very good quarterback, and I think they're going to pull it out. I think they're going to beat. Where are they at?
Philly.
They're in Philly. Oh yeah, they're beating Carolina.
I'm actually picking Philadelphia too. I think it's going to be a really close game. I wouldn't be shocked if the Mavericks scored 140 fucking points. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Panthers came out and win this game because that's the kind of guy that Cam Newton is in the fourth quarter.
Definitely a possibility. I'm going with Philly, though.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Philly with you guys, so that's fine. I'm still rooting for Cam. In the last matchup, AK, I'm giving you the floor. We've got Monday Night Football, the Giants and the Falcons. Mainly the reason why I picked this game is because
Falcons, next topic.
mainly why I picked this game is because Julio Jones still has not gotten in the end zone, and I
made a $5 bet yesterday
that he would.
that he wouldn't. No,
he wouldn't?
that he wouldn't.
Okay.
I said he's gonna have 300 yards, 15 receptions, no touchdown.
Damn, 300 yards on 15 catches.
No, I said 225. I told
okay.
Justin
Bro, if
225.
he has over 200 receiving yards, and no
Eckler,
touchdowns,
11-yard reception.
I'm blaming
Touchdown?
that, Ryan.
11, no, just
God damn it!
11-yard
Don't
reception.
fucking. What are you doing here?
Sorry. Honestly, they're both. I'm ashamed of both those teams. I'm ashamed of both those
It
teams.
might be a good game for your Giants offense because the Falcons have allowed everybody to run the score up against them.
Yes.
Atlanta, they took some shitty injuries.
They did. They lost 3 starters
On defense.
On defense. You can't tell me there's not a single team in this league that if they lost 3
None.
stud starters
None.
in the sense of Deion Jones,
None.
Keanu Neal, and then they lost the backup that was backing up Keanu
Oh,
Neal.
yeah, they did. Yeah.
I can't think of what his name is, but they lost those 3. So you're telling me you lost that, and people are still going to try to talk shit that you guys are 1-4? Like your offense, like we've seen, your offense can put up as many points as you want, but if your defense can't do shit about it,
Right.
True.
you can only run up the score so much.
Right.
So
For having the third,
it's a tie. It's a tie.
for having the
It's
third
not a bad
ranked,
guess right now.
for having the third ranked passing offense, you would think that Julio would have a fucking touchdown.
There's this guy named Calvin Ridley. He's taking all the end zone passes. That's your Alvin Kamara.
Hold on.
Who that?
You were mad that you started Austin Eckler?
Well, I didn't think I was gonna start him. I didn't know. But
Bro, Melvin Gordon's out.
Oh yeah.
Boy, you was going to fuck up.
Real bad he was going to.
Why did he just get in the end zone?
No, I mean, but I'm just seeing his name pop up on the thing, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. Melvin Gordon's out. Sorry, that was side note.
Big dummy moment for the day.
It saved you, so it's okay.
Goddamn Keenan Allen, you fucking bitch.
Tell us how you really feel.
I haven't started. This is my second week in a row. I'm not starting him.
He got in the end zone.
No, he just got a 24-yard pass though. I mean, I'm just being me.
So
It's probably gonna be the Falcons in all reality because the Giants, unless Saquon Barkley just comes out and scores the whole,
Which he
40
can.
points
They
himself.
have
40 points himself.
The Falcons have a terrible defense.
Their defense is very bad.
That's
And
what I'm
But
saying.
we know Odell's got to get the ball. He's got to.
I think Evan Ingram's coming back this week too. So that might help out the offense a little bit.
I mean, the one thing we know for sure is that Barkley is going to get the ball in punches.
He's a monster.
Absolute monster.
I'm going with the Giants.
Where are they at?
Atlanta in the dome.
I'll go Giants. I gotta go. I'm a homer. I gotta go Giants. I know you can say Falcons. It's all right because I was on the. Hey, I almost picked the Falcons. So if you picked the Falcons,
I mean, I know how bad the Falcons' offense is. I've watched them get the score ran up on them all season.
and they only scored 14 points against the Steelers.
Something like that. Fuck it, Giants.
Nice.
Yep, we're all going there. I'm not even writing it down because I'm going to omit
Giants.
that. Okay, so this is going to be our last football note, and then we're going to hop into some other topics. And we probably won't even spend that much time on it. Beginning of the season, Jalen Ramsey was talking a whole lot of shit.
About a lot of quarterbacks.
A lot of shit.
A lot of quarterbacks.
One quarterback particularly, Dak Prescott.
Yeah, but
Dak's trash.
Dak sucks.
I agree. I fully agree with you. But Dak ran up the score against them.
He did.
They did beat the shit out of
They beat the
Jacksonville.
dog shit out of Jacksonville.
Yeah, they beat the poop out of him.
So since then, Jalen Ramsey is going into silence mode, and
I mean, seeing I was with AK. I like how he was loud from a small market. Kind of got to get his voice
Yeah.
out there. But I felt like his topics were a little asinine. Like you're talking about Hall of Fame fucking quarterbacks here.
Well, and he was talking about talk about yourself, how you're
Right.
the greatest, how you shut down corner.
Right.
Talk about the
about your
the wide
defense.
receivers.
Talk
that-
about-
talk
right.
about the wide receivers you cover. Say
Right.
any wide receiver I cover
Right.
doesn't do shit.
Right.
You can't talk. The quarterback and you covering that wide receiver are two different things. That may be
Right.
the wide receiver's not as a skill.
Or the D line's getting to him,
Yeah,
or the
exactly.
linebacker's getting to him, or the running back can't block for that
he talked
quarterback.
about it would be like him saying, "Oh, those kickers, they suck." Like, bro, you don't have any control of that. You don't have
Right.
control over that
Right.
quarterback. You're not a D lineman that's going after the quarterback every given play.
Yes, sir.
My thought process is if you're going to talk that much and be that just about the smack talk legitimately, then even if you're doing bad, you can't shut down the way he is shut down. Like,
Oh, yeah, he shut down bad.
It looks crybaby-ish.
Big
It looks
time.
very crybaby-ish. And it's really easy to say, it's like, you know what? We had 2 straight bad games. We had 2 straight bad games, but we're going to bounce back. Just
all you
have that
say.
confidence. But
It's a team effort.
The way that he has had his post-game interview and his during the week interview, it looks like he has zero confidence in them right now.
Do you
I don't
blame
even-
him? Your offense is terrible.
You gotta kind of put on that face. You
Well,
gotta
yeah,
put on
you
that
do,
face.
But I mean, as a
Especially
let me
with
say
the attitude you've
inside.
had.
Him inside, he's probably like, Jesus fucking Christ.
But you can't talk all that shit and then be outwardly like, you know what? We're not a good team.
But see, that's how I feel. I would just be like, the offense sucks. We're on the field too much because the offense can't stay on the field. We're gas as a defense. We can't get any love here.
That the problem is at the beginning of the season why he's trashing all these quarterbacks when they asked him about Blake Bortles.
Yeah, well,
He didn't keep it real. He didn't.
Should have.
Had he kept it
When
real,
keeping it real goes wrong. Thanks to Dave Chappelle.
so like I mean the quarterback situation has screwed them to the point where it's like, all right, it doesn't matter if we do, hold a team to 13 points. Shit, that's enough to beat us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nowadays. Oh yeah. 100%. I mean, they couldn't even put up numbers against KC's defense, and KC's defense isn't very good.
Atrocious.
So it's just like, whoa.
Had their offense been any form of competitive against that Chiefs defense, they would have won that game.
Yeah. I mean, Patrick Mahomes only had a rushing touchdown. He didn't have a passing touchdown that game, and he had 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you couldn't convert on those interceptions? And we talked about that prior to last week.
You
We
have
were
to.
talking about the New England KC game. I
Right.
said the difference between them is they will capitalize on the turnovers.
Yeah.
And they can't. Jacksonville is bad.
It's a really bad offense.
Why do you, it's almost like a dumpster fire because look at they went out and got Carlos Hyde.
They
Because something's not right with Fournette. They already ruled him out for the next 2 games.
jeez.
They already ruled him out for the next 2 games.
He's going to miss
And then they
half
got
the
a bye
season, probably.
after that.
Yeah, and then we'll see after
And
that.
then he missed 6 games last year. 6 straight games last year. Towards
I
the end
didn't
of the
know that.
season. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I know that. I had him.
Derailed your championship hopes.
I got 3rd place, so
Could have got first with him, though.
I could have, but you know what?
You never know. Speaking of, Jalen Ramsey versus DeAndre Hopkins.
Didn't he say D Hop was the only good wide receiver that he actually played against? I thought
He
D Hop.
did give-
I thought D Hop was the one that he said was a good receiver.
Yeah, he gave D Hop some cred. Oh yeah, because he said DeAndre Hopkins has been putting up numbers with Bufu quarterbacks.
Yeah, and he said that he's cold.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no,
But D Hop's not even having a good year.
no, he's having. I think that everyone thought Deshaun Watson was going to come back and do what he was doing for those 5 games.
Right.
Agreed.
That's a small sample
Right.
size. You can't say for what's going to happen, and he's coming off an ACL injury. As a
And
mobile quarterback.
And
Like
we had
talked
that
about it.
conversation
We had
about
that
that.
conversation. We said
Yeah.
we'll see how he does, and he's not really. He didn't have a good game last week at all. So I mean, but yeah, no, the Jaguars suck. Jaguars are terrible.
My advice to Jalen Ramsey is keep talking to smack. Your defense will eventually pull through.
Or just
'Cause-
keep doing it, even though you're wrong. Just be one of those people that you're wrong, but you still got to argue the
Yeah,
point.
die with the lie.
Yeah,
Die with the lie, my guy.
Die with the lie. I like that.
Die with the lie.
But yeah, no, I think he screwed the pooch on the way he talked about goddamn Blake Bortles like that.
All right, so we're off football. We're gonna touch into baseball briefly because I'm gonna be honest about it. None of us really care, and because our teams are out. World Series talk. It's official. The matchup is the Dodgers versus the Red Sox. As far as Major League Baseball is concerned, this is a dream matchup because there are 4 major teams in the major leagues that are always going to bring a large amount of eyes, and 2 of those 4 are in the World Series.
Yeah.
Who's the other two?
The Yankees and the Cubs.
Houston up there too though.
Just because they've been winning recently.
It's still a big market though.
Yeah,
It's still a big market.
Yeah, outside of New York, LA, Chicago, Houston is the 4th largest market. So yeah. But as far as eyes go, I mean, Boston, they just have a following. They have a cult following all over the place.
Right.
When you've been a team since the early 1900s, you're gonna have a big following. I mean,
Definitely. You have the oldest stadium in baseball.
Yeah, you know.
So, I do want to talk about this. Not that I'm shooting him any bail, but David Price in their last game was regular season David Price.
Got a W.
He did.
Got a W.
9 strikeouts, I think.
Yeah, 9 strikeouts, 6 innings.
He still sucks, but
Agreed. But for one night,
Held him to
showed it.
1 run.
He showed it.
yeah.
I think this matchup. I don't really know what to say about this matchup. I think the Red Sox are going to win it. Personally,
I mean, we all said it from the beginning of the season. Basically, whatever American League team makes it is probably going to win it.
yeah.
But I mean, halfway
Dodgers
through
have
the
stick.
season, you did say Dodgers are making that run.
Dodgers have stick. I mean,
Hey, the Dodgers paid somebody to make it to the World Series.
yeah, they traded for Manny Machado.
No, they paid the MLB. They said we want to go to the World Series this year. How much we got to pay you?
You really want Milwaukee there?
They need to exactly, and and that's one thing that has always come into questions is, small market teams. They don't, like you just said, they don't bring the fuse in. So think about the amount of money that they'd make versus imagine if it was, okay, Houston. Yeah, you said their 4th biggest market, but Houston and Milwaukee,
Right.
No,
I probably wouldn't even
Versus-
have watched that.
LA. And Boston. I mean, you could
yeah.
even throw LA and Houston in there, and it's going to be better than the Milwaukee thing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
just having that one huge market team.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is
It's like anytime you have one of those 4 that I named, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, or the Cubs, you're going to get a lot of eyes. And having 2 of those teams in the World Series, you're going to
Big.
get it's going to be good ratings for baseball.
And you got all the bandwagon Dodgers fans, unfortunately, too, and
There's a lot of them around here too.
and it's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible. It's sad.
Same with Boston though too. Bandwagon Boston.
Yeah,
fans.
there are a lot of and that's the problem that I have with Boston fans, and that's why
No, the problem you have with Boston fans is you're a Yankees fan.
No, but see, that's the thing. I respect certain, and I talk about it. I respect certain Boston players. Like I don't.
Yeah, I feel like he hates the Chicago Bears more than the Boston Red Sox.
Oh,
Yeah.
he definitely hates the Chicago Bears more.
yeah. You're 100. You're right about that. But there's a lot. I hate the thing. I hate is and that's people always think that's why I'm a Yankees fan, and then I have to hit him with what I have to hit him with. But I meet so many Boston fans that are Boston fans after 2003 and 2006. It's like, bro, you weren't with them when they were losing, bro. Like you guys aren't a real
You wouldn't with me shooting in the gym.
like. Do you know who Nomar Garciaparra is?
I do. He played for the Cubs.
Well, and he also played for the Red Sox. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So you ask somebody like that, and they're like, and then you're like, you ask them that, and they're like,
Oh, was he on the World Series team?
yeah, no, actually. So Nomar Garciaparra, do you know who he is? Exactly, you don't know who he is. So you're not a Boston fan. You like them because they win, and that's why I hate being a Yankees fan too, because there's a lot of bandwagon Yankees fans.
Motherfucker, they've been
How do
winning
you
since
think
before
we
you was
feel
born.
being Cubs fans?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Look, we cherish 2016.
Like our fan base expanded so much after we got Joe Madden and John Lester. It was like
Theo brought probably
You know?
but the thing about Theo brought real baseball fans to the Cubs, if anything, or shed the light.
if you were a real baseball fan, you were a fan of the Cubs when
Beforehand.
98,
true,
03.
no, I mean in the sense of
Kerry
the
Wood.
sport. Because
Yeah.
you see what Theo has done.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you would appreciate that. So maybe not a fan, but you're appreciative of the Cubs. Like, oh, Theo went there. Oh, he might actually make some noise. He might turn some things around. And what did he do? He turned the things around. You know.
I feel like if you're 20 years or younger, you're not a
I
true.
yeah.
I
you
mean-
can be, but it's harder to be.
Way
You,
harder.
way harder to
You
be.
feel that their knowledge
You didn't
isn't
feel
as
any
good.
heartbreak
So
yet.
it's same thing with Boston fans. Like if they were, what I'm saying, if they became Boston fans around then and they're only 20 years old, like you've been liking them since they've been good, or you know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's like Shit, think about it. It's like Houston. Think about some of these Houston fans. Like,
Yes.
my girlfriend has family down in Texas, and they're like diehard Houston fans, and like they probably feel the same way. Like these 20-year-old,
I was a fan when we got swept by the White Sox.
Like, nigga, I was a fan when we were in the National League. Goddamn
Right.
it! Like in the
Right.
very beginning of it.
Right.
You know,
Wait. Yeah. When I talk to Cubs fans, there's two players that I bring up to kind of like test their Cubs knowledge. One is Junior Lake, because he was one of those touted prospects.
He was a huge prospect.
Huge prospect that it just didn't pan out. And the other is to take it a little bit further back is Josh Donaldson. He was
Yep.
Josh Donaldson was drafted by the Cubs and
Really?
traded away. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, granted, I don't think it would have worked out just because he would have been the only good player on
Different
the team. Maybe
management.
him- yeah,
different management at the time.
whole different situation.
Player development was a lot different than it is now.
But in 15, 16, when we were like starting to come up, Josh Donaldson was in like the seemingly prime of his career. And
Yeah.
it's like, dude, you
He was.
imagine him as at third base and Chris Bryant in left field? Team would be fucking unstoppable.
Then again, you never know if we would have got Chris Bryant.
Exactly. There's
There's
rest
a
of the
lot
stuff
of what
all-
ifs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
I'm happy. I mean, as it stands right now, I'm happy with the World Series we got in 2016.
Yeah, we
However, it
have
took
no
us out
choice
there.
to
Probably half the Cubs fans don't even know who Mark Pryor is. In all
Probably not.
reality.
Kyle Farnsworth,
Ryan Sandberg.
See, I know that.
Ryan Sandberg,
But
Cucadone.
even Mark Pryor, like
Mickey Morandini. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are players that if
Getting that
you
Call of
aren't
Duty.
in it, you don't know
and
who
like
they
people
are.
like
Mark Grace.
yeah,
Mark
Mark
Grace.
Grace, yeah. See,
Michael Barrett.
I got
I mean,
I got Ryan Sandberg's autograph somewhere. I got it. Bro,
Where?
my grandma and grandpa used to take me to Cubs games. My grandpa's a diehard Cubs fan, so I've always gone
like
to
your grandpa.
Oh yeah, great guy.
Great grandpa.
Yeah, he's a great grandpa. great grandpa. But they used to take me to Cubs games, bro. I mean, I would go to like 5 or 6 every year when I was younger.
So
Like,
you being a Yankees fan is just a douchebag move on your part, then, huh?
no, my dad. It's my dad and my grandpa. My other grandpa. My dad. That was my mom's dad. This is my dad's dad. Is
okay.
that side? My grandpa. Yeah, he's a Chicago Bears, Chicago Cubs.
Your grandpa was pulling hard to turn you to a Cubs
Oh,
fan.
bro, so hard. And like we would talk, we still talk sports now. And he's like, God damn, you're just like your fucking father. That's why you're a Yankees fan. But you know, so like I probably know more knowledge about Cubs than some of these new Cubs fans.
you're
and it's
probably
kind of
right.
it's kind of sad. It's like, man, at least get educated
No,
on your
definitely you do.
team. So when people, if say the Cubbies go, let's just say the Cubbies go the next 10 years, they win 3 more championships. You're gonna have to know your knowledge as a Cubs fan to defend that you're a true Cubs fan,
Right.
And that's you guys are gonna feel how I feel.
Depending on
How I have
age,
to-
though, depending on age, if you
yeah,
aren't,
that's what I mean. Like
you're
depending
definitely gonna
on
have to
age.
go pre 2016.
And you say, bro,
Personally-
there's people in the 30s
Yeah.
that become bandwagon fans.
Personally,
you know?
And now,
personally-
if you can admit I'm a bandwagon fan,
I got
whatever.
respect for you.
Blackhawks fan. I don't
I'm a
give a shit
bandwagon
about the.
Blackhawks fan.
I'm a huge
don't-
bandwagon.
I'm back to not
Blackhawks
watching.
fan.
I
I
don't
don't
even
even watch hockey anymore because the
Hey,
Blackhawks
respect them, you know.
diminished. You
And
know
I
what
actually
mean?
watched a little bit of hockey when they were good, and I'm
Right.
not even, I don't like any really
Right.
Chicago team like
Right.
that.
They were so good that you had to watch them.
You had to.
Yeah, I went to one of their parades. It was dope.
So did I. Fucking wasted.
Yeah, I've yeah.
Drank a whole bottle of Hennessy, me and Wesley.
Me. I'm to the point where I have no interest in defending my Cubs fandom. The people that I really fuck with know how much of a Cubs fan I am and how seriously I take this shit.
Right.
I remember going to games when it was $7 to get into the ballpark.
Right.
And you can sit wherever the fuck you want.
You spent more on food and drinks than you did for the ticket.
Like without a question.
That's how it feels to be a White Sox fan.
Now, yeah. Oh, dude, I went to a bunch of White Sox games and shit.
It's been like that with them for the White Sox.
Long time.
Since
They could be
2000
good
since
in those
2006.
Them motherfuckers got seats that ain't even had asses in them, bro.
In like 6 years, god damn it.
Section 525, seat 50. Ain't never nobody ever said it.
They only sell out.
Still
Like,
got the plastic on it.
like legitimately, even when the Yankees come into town, they don't sell out. The only
it's
team
all
they sell out
Yankees
against,
fans.
Cubs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that do show up. It's
It's
only
only Yankees fans.
the Cubs Sox is the only time that stadium's full. It's the only time. Those the only time those tickets
Or
are
if
fucking
they're winning.
expensive. No, they don't even show up if they're winning.
Yeah, what was it
True.
like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they had somewhat of an R rate, or maybe
The first half. Yeah, it was 16. 'cause
Yeah,
It was 16.
It was
Because at one
decent.
point we were like identical.
Yes,
we were the
Stats-wise,
two best
they
record-wise.
still were not filling seats. You were looking at it like,
Well, their argument is, oh, we're at work. We're not rich Cubs fans that don't have to go to work and da 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 da.
Bitch, I'm not rich. I'm going to as many games as I can.
Right.
I don't know.
It's loyalty.
It's
It's loyalty.
100%.
It's all it is. It's loyalty.
I had to twist my White
you
Sox
support
friend's
your-
arms to go to a White Sox game.
My boss from Aurelio's, Luke, he's got White Sox friends that, say, oh, well, we're loyal. We support the team. And Luke said, how? You buy a $30 fucking hat every year? That's you supporting the team? He said, go to the fucking ballpark. Go to the game. Spend some money there so the team can have money to spend. He said, you buying that $30 fucking cap from New Era is not giving shit to the White Sox.
Let's go going to New Era.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
He goes, so don't tell me about loyalty. He's been to like 9 straight opening days for the Cubs.
Damn.
Even when it gets
Those
snowed
are
out. You know what I
expensive
mean?
tickets. Those are expensive fucking tickets. I did it once with my dad when they raised the banner. I won't be back for a while.
Yeah. Speaking of, Justin owes me an opening day ticket. Now that he's got a job, he got money.
Shout out to all our friends that are doing well financially. I appreciate you guys. All right, I don't know how we got on that White Sox Cubs
Because
tangent.
we don't want to talk
'Cause we don't
Boston
care-
to
Oh,
LA.
yeah,
We didn't
about
want
the
it, so
World
we
Series.
turned it to what we wanted to talk about.
Because we don't care about the World Series, guys. Sorry.
Ooh, who's that? Who drafted that man right there?
I don't know who.
Okay,
George Kittle.
so NBA season is officially underway. There's a lot of storylines that you could talk about, but I'm going to ask both of you guys, what's the one that you're really interested to see how it develops throughout the season?
LeBron in LA.
LeBron in LA.
Enos Kanter having his second straight double-doubles of the season.
I'm looking at Kawhi Leonard in Toronto.
It looked good.
I think that trading him for DeRozan straight up, or basically straight up, and then what Kawhi can bring to the table as far as like clutchness, he scores with ease.
He makes it
Kawhi
look real
Leonard.
easy.
Yeah.
He also doesn't have facial expressions, so you don't know if he's actually tired or excited or if he's frustrated. You don't know anything.
Which will really get in your head if you defend
You
him.
ain't got no motherfucking idea.
And you don't know what his laugh means. Like, are you hurt? Are you all right? You happy?
Is that really funny, bro?
Are you in danger?
Yeah. Like, that's what you laugh when you're in fear. Like, so.
Or that's like a fake laugh. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like, so are you happy to be here? Like, how do we take that?
No, I really wish
He
I had
might
that
be
sound
happy,
drop.
he might be sad. That's the headline.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
I think he makes them legitimate contenders in the East. I mean, Toronto's been top 3 seeds in the Eastern Conference for the last 4 or 5 years. So
Yeah, but they still gotta show us. You know what I mean?
they do. But I'm willing to give them a benefit of the doubt with Kawhi instead of the 2-point
different
guy,
head
DeMar
coach.
DeRozan. I don't think the different head coach helps them though.
No.
Coach of the year, and they fired him.
Yeah, I think that was a little. But they, and everyone's always quick to try to replace instead to fix.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately the generation.
True.
It
But I remember us saying we talked about that. It's like you got that window, and if that window closes,
yeah, very
You
true.
know?
And sometimes you got to do some extreme shit. Sometimes it works.
sometimes
it
you
doesn't.
gotta
Sometimes
break
it
it all
doesn't.
the way down to the base and rebuild it all the way up.
And Kawhi definitely does make them a lot better. Them firing their head coach, I think, is terrible because
Agreed.
you went against LeBron. We saw what
Nobody in the Eastern Conference has beat this motherfucker in 8 years.
No, not at all. So, like, why were you quick to throw him away? You should have kept him.
Waited.
Players are the
Waited.
one doing the playing.
Yeah, the coach can only do so much. You can change your scheme up. You can run, run different plays, but it's still LeBron James. Nobody was stopping LeBron from getting to the finals again last year.
No.
Nope.
So
I think their reasoning though was how piss poor they performed
True.
in that series because
think
it
they
was
were-
awful.
I
Yeah,
think-
they got swept.
I think,
Swept.
yeah, they got, but it's also. It's
also
also
LeBron.
LeBron. It's
Yeah.
it's just like how we were talking about, like with the whole Tom Brady thing. You just can't count that no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is playing like crap right now, and you still can't count them out of being potentially in the AFC championship
Super
game.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or in the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know, so it's just like, I think they fired him prematurely. I think they should have gave him one more year, but nobody knew LeBron was going to leave.
I think everybody knew LeBron.
I mean, would you say LeBron
But
has?
leave
the Eastern Conference?
Leave the East. Let me rephrase that. So, like, what if LeBron left before they fired Dwayne Casey? Do you think they keep him?
That's a good question.
Because
I
then
think
they're
it's
like, all right,
possible.
well, the person that killed us twice in back-to-back years, he's gone. Oh,
Yeah.
my God, he's gone. We have a chance.
But I think they kind of backed that up by trading for Kawhi and was like, all right, well, let's try this.
Yes.
But it's going to be interesting. So, Joe, you're interested to see how, like, I thought that was on silent. All right. Sorry, AK's phone went out first, but it was just lower than mine.
Yeah.
That's because his speaker don't work.
Yeah, because my speaker don't, right?
I catch him all the time like this, bro. Listening to a video and watching it.
Bro, my
Go
earpiece
back
is
to
shot.
listen to it.
All my phone conversations, I have to be on speakerphone. I can't hear nobody.
My speaker, both my speakers suck. This one and this one.
All the time, bro.
For real, I watched the video first and then listened to it to see what it sounds like.
Yo, I got fucking Apple Care. I just do not have time to go get my shit fixed.
I just don't even care, bro. This is the 6th.
I'm not.
I still got this 6.
That boy still got a headphone jack.
Yeah.
Damn, you holding on to that shit, huh?
Bro, I'm one of the, I was talking to somebody yesterday about it. I'm the type of person that will hang on to my phone for so long to where they eventually text me and say, hey, you can get this one for free. Cool. Come get the free one. I got this one for free.
Let me tell you, Apple ain't sending you that text message.
No, Sprint.
Sprint's giving away
They're
iPhones
like,
right
sir,
now.
well, you have to upgrade now.
Yeah, your shit's
Yeah,
really
we're shutting
about-
shit off.
We can't.
We don't make that phone anymore. We can't fix it if it breaks.
Oh, you're gonna have to start using the homing pigeon if you
Yeah.
don't get a new phone. God damn it.
I mean, yeah, I'm not excited about LeBron being in LA, but I'm interested to see what he does with that young roster. I mean,
So we all saw it. We got to talk about it. Chris Paul versus Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo will fuck him up. Rondo ain't
like
no joke.
like Paul Pierce said though, this has been an ongoing thing, and
they've been going
he
at it
said,
for a long
I'm surprised this is their first fight.
time. Yeah.
But then again, if Rondo really did spit in his face, I mean, that's some bullshit.
Rajon Rondo is a disrespectful motherfucker.
He is.
He always
is.
has been.
He is. But
He's
playoff.
an antagonist.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's an antagonist, and that's what they do. They get you to where you're at your breaking point.
You
And
rat-
then-
Battle.
And if he don't like you, he's a really disrespectful motherfucker.
Yeah, and I like it because I love Rondo.
Oh, same.
And I love, and I like Chris Paul a lot. I do like Chris Paul a lot, but like maybe
Yo.
that might put a little extra fire under his ass this
Hold
year.
on, man. I don't like how the Patriots are just all standing around looking and shit. These motherfuckers ain't warming up. They ain't doing nothing. They just all in suit and ties.
'Cause they're not worried.
They mad disrespectful to my band.
It's 9:30, bro.
I don't care. I still don't care. Go get dressed. Fuck you.
But
yeah.
I think I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see
Milwaukee, Boston.
yeah,
I mean, there's
Milwaukee,
Utah.
Milwaukee's gonna have to
Utah,
show.
I'm actually extremely, and Denver, low key, they had a good year last year. It's just they couldn't pull. They were in that tough West. I like them a
See
lot.
what Philly's gonna do.
I hate Philly.
So do I.
I hate.
The two of the teams that you mentioned, Milwaukee. I shot bail for Milwaukee all year last year, and they disappointed me in the biggest moment that I thought that they were going to come out on. So I am. You're gonna have to prove it to me at this point, or I'm not really on Milwaukee
I
right
think
now.
Giannis.
He can take that step. I just need to see it now.
I think they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be probably 3-4.
Yeah, that's
Three,
what I was
four,
gonna guess.
unless they ball, and they can easily be 1 or 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Boston, they look good.
They're deep.
They're very deep. They're very deep. But like we talked about last year, and we got to see it because they just lost last night.
Boston did.
Oh no, Boston beat the Knicks 103-101.
They lost to Toronto.
Toronto, yes.
Yeah.
So right there.
That's
Do they
another
have
team
enough
that's going to be there though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we also have, like we talked about it. We got to see how they all mesh. Those guys coming off the bench now versus them starting halfway through the season last year
Different
because of
play.
injuries.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
I think a key for Boston was obviously keeping Marcus Smart. I love that man. I don't know why. I like the way he plays.
His energy, his
yes,
defense,
what he
yeah.
brings. And he's the tough guy on the team. You saw him and JR. in that preseason.
I don't know if Marcus Smart really wanted that smoke with JR though.
But what I'm saying is he's playing that tough guy role for
Yeah.
his team because there's nobody else on that team going to do it.
It's true.
Nobody's going to. Jaylen Brown, he's quiet. He don't say peep. Tatum, he's still
young.
But I'll say this about J.R. Smith. Now that LeBron's gone and he knows he's not going to compete for a championship, JR going to do some wild shit this year.
He might come out drunk.
If it hasn't already happened.
Yeah.
Might fuck around and put the joint out on the stands as he's
like,
running
"Hold
out
up."
the tunnel.
All right, we good. He saved the nub. He got the nub up on the top. So I'm coming back for you later.
Timeout, going to puff on the nub.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's. I like to see the top 4-5 teams of the East, and then the whole West. The whole West. I'm pretty excited.
The West is going to come down to like the last game, like it did.
Last year. I want to see what goes on with Jimmy and Minnesota.
Bro.
They booed that man, and then he killed it.
Ball the fuck out. Jimmy Butler does not give a fuck, and I love it now.
55 points between Butler and Rose last night.
Yeah, they just need to leave both of them and go somewhere together.
They never were able to do that when they were in Chicago.
Because D Rose is playing a different game now.
I mean,
Yeah, he's taking a different role.
Yeah. And that's what he needed to play. I think
In Chicago.
if he played
Jump.
like how he is now, in the sense of looking for assists, other players dishing it off the way he is.
we still wouldn't have got a championship, but
I don't know. Y'all are good. The bench mob. When y'all had the bench mob, you guys
still
were
had
cold.
to go against LeBron though.
You still could have beat
But that was
LeBron
early LeBron before he had figured it all out.
before he calculated the whole
The-
scheme of basketball in his head, and now he's got the whole.
True.
Yeah,
He's
true.
got the Pythagorean theorem solved in his brain of every shot he ever takes, of every angle, every pass, everything.
The year Derrick Rose tore his ACL was probably their best chance to beat him.
I don't want to talk about that shit, bro.
I know. Me either.
Cause why the fuck was he in the game?
Yeah, they're up like 20.
10 with a
Enough.
minute and a half left.
They're up by enough. Yeah. But you look. But since that point, that's what Tibbs does.
Tibbs is an asshole.
I've been saying it for 2 years. Watch him get fired when Karl Anthony Towns tears his ACL.
I mean, I don't.
I'm not wishing a torn ACL on anybody, but if it happens, Tibbs is going to have to go almost immediately.
I think Jimmy needs to go to New York.
What a shock!
Good place for him. Good place for him. I think there's just too much turmoil in that team already to start the season off.
Karl Anthony Towns doesn't like playing with Jimmy. He said it out loud.
Yeah.
Jimmy doesn't like any of them.
Well, D Rose and Jimmy are probably.
They're probably tighter.
they're
They're probably
probably-
tighter now than they've ever been.
Yeah, because they both are like, bro, Tibbs sucks. His scheme sucks. You see why I tore both my fucking ACLs.
They're looking at each other like, I forgot it was this bad.
Yeah, they're like, bro, we were young and dumb back then. What the hell?
Luol just happy he on the team.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
it's interesting. I think it's basketball. I don't want to watch basketball because we all know Golden State's going to win. But I want to see some of these other. There was a lot of moves, and there's a lot of people that are going to be on the move after this year too. On top of that, so it's interesting to see teams
What's
play.
gonna
Like, how
happen?
are the Spurs going to look this year? Are they going to go after a top free agent next year?
Yeah.
to
How's DeRozan going to play with them?
Yes, exactly. And then that team right there, there's a lot of steps that need to be made because Pop, how many years has he got left?
Right.
He almost retired 2 years ago?
I think so.
And,
That's what the rumor is, yeah.
So it's interesting to see what's going on there. If they're going to bring somebody there, if they're going to trade DeRozan and get picks, or later. Let me say, if the Spurs are having a very bad year and they know they're not going to make the playoffs,
And Pop will pull the plug on games.
Oh,
He'll
yeah.
pull the plug on the season if he feels like he needs to.
yeah, and he will move pieces if he really needs to.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys that's not scared to pick and play.
Listening to offers for the Marys.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I'm excited for NBA. Obviously, Golden State's going to win it all, but
Yeah, I think right now the way the NBA has been the last handful of years, the regular season and the postseason all the way up to the finals is probably the best part of it. Once the finals come, especially after last season, we know what's going to happen. But
I know,
the Western
it's
Conference playoffs were fun to watch last year. Most of the Eastern Conference playoffs were fun to watch.
Yeah, they had
last
some
year.
really good games.
Yeah,
That Boston Philly series was solid. I mean, even the Philly Miami series wasn't bad, and that was the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, those weren't the first round of last year's playoffs. Those were a lot of good series.
Yeah.
a lot of good series.
I mean, we can't include the second round in the East because Toronto got swept, but that Philly Boston one was nice.
I mean, even though they got swept, watching LeBron, the way LeBron was playing in that series,
I liked it
was
because
fun to watch.
how LeBron played. Yes,
Yeah.
he played great.
Yeah. Anything else you're looking forward to in NBA? All right, fuck it. I think we're about wrapping up time.
No.
This is,
I mean, of course, I want to see the Bulls do decent, but
I want to see them.
You know, I saw somebody had them projected them being seventh in the East.
I've seen both. I've
I
seen
could
them
possibly
projected.
see it.
I've seen them a projected playoff team, and I've also seen them projected to have the third worst. record
Levine's
in the
gonna
NBA.
have to play like this all year, though. Not average 30 points, but
Yeah, but-
being
Aggressive. and-
upper to mid 20s.
I think he wants to prove that he's worth the money. And I'm happy.
Jabari Parker's not playing bad.
No,
I think 19 and 15 for the last 2 games, which after 2 ACL injuries.
yeah, you can if you can play a secondary role. You get guys like Marketing to continue to improve.
Still got Lopez.
Yeah,
You don't know what Wendell Carter is going to be yet. It's still early.
yeah, but you hope for the best on that.
Hoiberg needs
Bobby
to go.
Portis is in a contract year.
Yep.
He hasn't punched a teammate in the face yet, so we'll see.
He's not playing bad. I thought his first game he had 20 points or something like that.
Yeah, 20 points, like 13 rebounds. some shit
Yeah,
like
he
that.
played. He played it extremely well.
Yeah, once you got Nico out of there, Bobby was able to spread his wings.
He's got it. If Brook
Yeah,
Lopez,
20 and then 6.
yeah, if Brook Lopez isn't being the leader of that team, then Bobby Portis has got to do it because all those other guys are too young.
We did pick up Tyler Eulis. I mean, it's not a big pickup, but it is hometown kid.
Yeah. Man, we'll see. We'll see what the Bulls turn into. I will keep an eye on. I'm personally rooting for the team.
Chris Dunn. No, we'll see.
I want Zion.
To the Bulls?
Really?
I don't even care if it doesn't.
I was talking about it last night. He is so not Coach K material. Coach K never gets guys like that.
No.
Never ever gets guys like that. And guys like that go to Kentucky or Kansas or
Definitely go to
Dunn's
Kentucky.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, so when he committed to Duke, I'm just kind of thinking like,
Maybe
Although
there's something different mentally.
yeah.
Although
maybe.
lately Duke has been having a few more one and dones than previous.
Yeah, but
You know?
I mean in the sense of the
Play
highlight
style.
reel he is
Yeah.
versus well they also don't show his highlights of him shooting and playing defense. You always see him
You just see
dunking
the
and
dunks,
stuff.
the
But-
freakish dunks,
So it's
yeah.
like, well, is that all he can bring?
Right.
And is that all he is going to bring? Because if that's the case, that's so, like I said, that's so not Coach K whatsoever. So it's kind of odd to see. So, but like you said, maybe he is a defensive monster, and we just don't see it because nobody ever. Everybody like they show dunks over a 15-foot elbow shot.
Dunks are sexier.
Yes,
They just are.
They anything scoring that way. So he might be a defensive monster, and we just don't know it.
Yeah.
And if he is, good for them. And yeah, let's see where he goes because I know everybody's gonna want him.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him. I don't even watch college basketball.
Same. I was actually going to say the same thing. I never watched college basketball.
I don't watch college sports really too much at
Not
all.
college football. Definitely not football.
I actually watch that more than I do college basketball, just because sometimes I'm like, oh, let me see what this is like. If it's Wisconsin against Michigan, I'll check it out, just see what's going on. But yeah, so it'll be interesting.
Definitely. All right. I know that some of us have stuff we got to do, Joe, myself included. AK probably has some stuff to do. We never know. You guys ready for our players of the week?
Nope.
AK, are you ready for the player of the week?
Yeah,
Okay.
Enes Kanter, double first 2 games.
Okay.
As much as I hate Yasiel Puig, I'm going to go ahead and give it to him for that 3-run home run last night. Or, I mean, even Kenley Jansen, the way he came in and shut down that 7th and 8th inning was unfucking believable.
I'm actually going with Zach LaVine. He's the first Bulls player since '98 to open up the season with 2 straight 30-point games.
Damn.
Hey, he's making that $20.5 million or whatever the fuck we paid him.
Yeah.
Tell you that much.
Big bucks.
Big racks. Big racks,
That's
big
still not even a
racks.
supermax. Dude, those supermaxes are fucking disgusting.
I hate that shit, dude.
Chris Paul is making $40 million.
Not even players like that. I'm more concerned about the role players getting maxes now. It's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. It's not worth
Fucking kidding me?
I'm like, nah, bro, you can get this $5, bro. That's how you getting.
Like, bro, you're giving me 17 points a game and I got to pay you $25 million a year?
Don't add up. Wait,
Dylan.
What?
Weren't you calling for the trade of Porzingis the other day?
No.
You don't want to see Porzingis
no.
go anywhere.
What was that conversation? Because
It was Porzingis that they didn't sign him to. They're not going to extend his rookie contract before it's up. So instead of giving him a deal and offering him a bunch of money, no, what it saves him like $10 million for next year to open up to go get somebody.
Okay.
To sign who?
Jimmy.
Or Kyrie.
Kyrie is putting on the face that he wants to stay in Boston.
Yeah, he did that in Cleveland too. Yeah, he said he didn't want to leave Cleveland. And then what did he do? He left Cleveland.
Did he say that before or after LeBron got there? Because I think that matters.
No, I think he said it when LeBron was there. That he don't want to leave Cleveland. That he wants to stay. And what'd he do?
He is a wishy-washy
Can't you
motherfucker.
tell that in this day and age,
No loyalty.
nobody's think about LeBron said he was going to stay there too. He wanted to end his career in Cleveland. And what'd he do? Went to LA. You can't trust anybody's word nowadays.
He meant that.
Anybody's.
He meant that, and then Golden State happened. He's like, I can't do this shit no
No,
more.
J.R. Smith happened.
That beam was funny as hell, bro. The two people standing outside of Staples Center.
That looked like Lou Williams
JR and
J.R.
Tyronn
Smith.
Lue.
He said it was only one play. And then Tyronn Lue said, come home. I was dead, man. That was too funny. I was dying.
funny.
Yeah, so there is no loyalty. Anybody says they're going to do something, I don't believe it till I see it.
I mean, probably the most loyal player in the NBA was probably DeMar DeRozan, and look what that got him.
Got his ass traded.
He was hurt behind that.
Steph also hasn't left either, though.
Draymond, Clay.
That's the perfect situation. Like,
Yes, they weren't in a bad situation. I understand they weren't. But Toronto.
Well, I
mean,
meant players that have,
Yeah, I know.
with loyalty, yeah.
that are not on their rookie deals.
Yeah.
I know
mean,
Clay signed the extension, I believe, right? No, he didn't. No, he's going to be a free agent after this year, right?
I think so.
He is.
Yes. I mean, Steph, he's getting that Supermax, winning championships. He's won MVPs.
Yeah, there's no sense of leaving.
Yeah.
But I mean, Anthony Davis.
I think you're going to see Anthony Davis's loyalty.
He might.
He's going to go.
Yeah.
Unless they're gonna do some
Come
major
home.
U-Haul.
Come home to Chicago, Ant Davis.
That's what I've been hoping for that for like 5 years.
He wants to go play with Porzingis. You guys didn't read that?
No.
That shit don't work.
Yeah, it would. Porzingis.
Yeah, it would.
Porzingis he's a stretch
But-
big.
but
He's
let me tell
a
you something.
stretch big. He
Even
can move out.
even if they do come together, it's not going to be in New York.
Yeah, well, we got the money to do it. That's the thing you guys got to remember.
Y'all have had the money for years and nobody comes.
Well, because Phil Jackson was there for how long? We wanted to go there with Phil Jackson. That motherfucker was senile when he was in New York.
He came in, got his money, and fucked that shit
And
all
paid
the
no
way
Joakim Noah.
up.
They just got
A max deal.
They finally got Joakim to agree to the buyout.
And I thought the Bulls had a bad front office. Good.
No, it was
God.
just Phil. God damn it, that motherfucker.
No, before that, they was making bad moves too. Phil just came in and made it worse.
No, Phil came in and made it worse. We were all right. We had them good couple years with Melo and Jason Kidd and shit like that, Ahmad Shumpert, when all them were young. And then we had a bad couple years, and then we were solely on the rebuild, and then Phil Jackson came in.
Yeah. The best thing Phil did for you was
Hurricane
Porzingis.
Phil.
You got y'all Porzingis though.
He did, but he also fucking blew a bunch of money. Tim Hardaway Jr., Joakim Noah.
You
Not only
Look,
Tim
look.
Hardaway Jr., but re-signed him to come back.
wait.
He said, yeah, no, just go
You
back
knew
and come
Phil
back.
was trying to get fired because he started signing dumbass contract, and when that shit didn't work, he said, "All right, well, I'm thinking about trading Porzingis." Oh no.
We gonna have to fire,
Get the fuck out.
fire Phil. People wanted his head, I bet.
Yeah. I'm sure he probably got death threats.
I just want to go back to my house in Montana.
Yeah. Bang Genie bus.
That's wild.
That's why his back always is out. God damn it! It's just like next Friday. He said, "God damn it, ain't my back."
All right, well, fuck it. This has been fun. I think we all got a lot of shit we got to do, so we're gonna wrap it up. I got nothing to plug this week. Yeah, I got nothing to plug this week. You guys got anything you guys want to plug? Okay.
Nope.
No, sir.
Cool. Well, this has been another episode of Smack Talk. Leave it on the court. Thank you, guys.